So, Shadow Man is now, yes, finally out for all the consoles. But yeah, like always, something can go wrong, and actually the PlayStation 4 version partly did go wrong with some European countries, and now we actually know the reason why it's not yet uh, available on some countries. And the countries are Finland, Sweden, Norway, Denmark, Poland, Netherlands. At least those. There can be some others, but at least those countries still are missing Shadow Man on PlayStation Store, and the reason is because we don't know, and I'm not accusing either of them, but and it doesn't really matter. What matters is this is going to be fixed, so it may take days or even couple of weeks. We don't know, but it will definitely get fixed. So there's a text missing, the native language text on PS Store Shadow Man page for countries like Finland and Sweden and Netherlands. So Sony requires every country's PS Store to have its native language, the game description on the game page on PS Store. It requires that to be in its native language. So it's missing like Finnish language on the Finnish PS Store still. And yeah, same goes with other countries. So that is the reason. I know it's quite ridiculous, but yeah, Sony has this requirement. Sony can't just put it on sale if it's missing its native description on its game page. So there you go, there's the reason. So yeah, it's going to be it's Night Dive are working on it right now, but like I said, we don't know how long this will take. They will need to, send those translations to those missing PS Store countries to Sony, and then Sony can finalize and put those games on those countries' PS Stores on sale when it's done. So yeah, this really annoyed me, and yeah, it's like restricting so many Shadow Man fans around the European countries, especially Scandinavian countries, not be able to purchase Shadow Man. But yeah, like if they didn't fix this, it could be just wrong. I mean, they can't just leave it like this. It just, yeah, that's not the answer. So yeah, fortunately they are working on it, and I hope it's going to be ASAP on the missing PS stores quite soon, I hope. But yeah, that's it I just wanted to clear that out for those who are wondering why it's not on our PS Store, what the hell's going on. This is the hell is that is going on. But yeah, but let's talk about the um, different versions, or I can talk about the Xbox One and Nintendo Switch version. So, like I said on my little bit kind of rant video about the Xbox One and PS4 uh, console releases, I at that point I was not yet I haven't not yet bought the Xbox One version, but I did it. I bought the Xbox One version because of this fuck up uh, of PlayStation 4 version release. Um, so I can gladly say that the Xbox One version. So I don't have Xbox One X. I have S. So, but even on Xbox One S, it performs perfectly. Like 60 FPS, no FPS drops whatsoever. It is smooth as butter. Uh, Plays extremely well, and yeah, looks really good. Of course, it's a remaster, so uh, yeah, of course, it's not today's standards by any means, the graphics, but you knew that already because it was remastered. But yeah, I mean, I love the look of 19s and late 90s games. So yeah, and I have always loved Shadow Man's, graphic style. Uh, and now with the Gex engine, uh, it just looks, yeah, phenomenal, like it should. Um, but the thing I was a little bit worried about was the Switch version, how that would perform, and I'm really glad to inform that it really performs well. I was like expecting 30 FPS or little above, something like 30 to 45 FPS, depending on the game situation, how much action it has on screen and whatnot. Um, but yeah, uh, on TV mode, I can say it's almost constant 60 FPS with little bit drops here and there, but yeah, like not as steady 60 FPS as on Xbox One, but still like the performance is much better than I expected for Switch to handle. So yeah, like little dips here and there for FPS, but it's 60, you can say. But on handheld mode, it's a little bit lower. I would say 50, about 50 to, a little bit above 50 to 55 FPS. But still performs on even on handheld mode really well. And comparing graphics a little bit, uh, the Xbox One versus Nintendo Switch, they almost look identical. Of course, there are some, uh, differences. Xbox One version has sharper textures, while Switch version has a little bit muddier textures, not as sharp. But and maybe some effects like real-time lighting and shadows is maybe a little bit lower quality, I would say, on Nintendo Switch, but you can't really see that difference that well. So I would say in general they look really identical regarding graphics. So yeah, like I knew Xbox One version, and eventually when I get the PS4 version also, I knew they would perform like flawlessly, just perfectly. But yeah, I was a little bit worried about the Switch version's performance because Night Dive said that they had some difficulties porting it to the Switch, but it turned out to be, fantastic port for Nintendo Switch also. So uh, very awesome. They did a just great job on Nintendo Switch also. So I'm really happy that, you know, Nintendo fans didn't get the inferior version, like much worse version than others. So yeah, really happy about that. But yeah, I will get the PS4 version for my PS4 Pro as soon as it hits my local PS store. I just need to have it because that version actually was my, of course, majority of you knows it already, that it was my main platform, in the first place. So yeah, at first I just thought about buying it for only for PS4 Pro, but then I thought about, okay, I'm so curious about the Switch version. I need to play this on handheld and on the go, so I can play it on, you know, somewhere else than just on my home from TV. So yeah, Shadow Man on the go was just so brilliant idea, and I know there are many others who did get either Xbox One version or PS4 version, and plus Nintendo Switch version because of the portability. Uh, so yeah, I will get the PlayStation version for sure as soon as it hits those missing PS Store countries, uh, missing countries PS Store, uh, and I hope it's gonna be. I think it's going to be at earliest next week. Next week maybe. I don't think it's coming this week anymore. But we don't know how fast that procedure will go. Hopefully it goes faster than I think it will. But yeah, so I'm just thinking about making some kind of comparison video. Well, this was already a comparison video between Xbox One and Nintendo Switch versions. Uh, but yeah, I don't think I'll be doing again a comparison when I get the PS4 version, because I'm pretty sure that performs quite similarly to Xbox One version. Of course, with PS4 Pro, I get the native 4K, so it definitely will look sharper than on Xbox One. But that's it really. I don't think it will look better, like, the effects uh, and textures. I don't think they will look better on PS4 Pro. I think they will look exactly the same. It's just a higher resolution on PS4 Pro. Uh, so yeah, I think this will be my comparison video. Uh, so yeah, and of course I always wanted to actually, there's really no reason to compare, uh, you know, Xbox One and PS4 version, because everyone knew they would be quite identical in performance. But yeah, much rather talk about the differences between Nintendo Switch and Xbox One or PS4. But in this case, of course, I had to compare the Xbox One version. Okay, so anything else? Um, well, that's about it, about Shadowmans, but I will continue a little bit about the Night Dive Studios upcoming games. So those who don't know, maybe, or maybe you already know, but Powerslave slash Exhumed remaster is their maybe their next upcoming game. But as far as I know, unfortunately for us console gamers, it will be out on PC first and later for consoles, just like the Shadowman case. Uh, so that little bit sucks. But well, we don't know that yet. I don't think it's official yet, but uh, I've read some. Or maybe it is official, because I think I read that somewhere from Night Dive Studios interview, where one of the team members talked about the Exhumed slash Powerslave uh, coming to, their upcoming game coming to PC, and I think he said that it will be first on PC. And now, remembering, did he really even say it's coming to consoles? But uh, I would expect it to come to consoles too, because every other game has been released on consoles too by Night Dive, as far as I know. I'm not sure about every one of their games. Are there games that has only come to PC and will be PC exclusives? I don't know. Maybe the System Shock remake that's been in development for now very long, and yeah, it's their main project pretty much. Uh, that could be coming to PC only, but then again, it's just speculating. Uh, we don't know for sure, but yeah, really excited about Exhumed, as I haven't played the full game. Uh, I have never played the full game myself. I just played the Exhumed uh, way back in late 90s. I had a PlayStation 1 demo disc that had Exhumed demo of the of course PS1 version. Um, yeah, I'm not sure was the game also released back in the to Sega Saturn or something. But anyway, uh, yeah, I played the demo of Exhumed and I really loved the theme of the game, like Egyptian, you know, kind of reminded me of Serious Sam games. It has the same theme. Uh, yeah, I'm really looking forward to Exhumed, their upcoming games, but only if it comes to consoles. I will not do the same mistake, I would now say, that I a little bit regret last year buying Shadow Man to my PC because it performed so horribly on my PC, and I just don't really enjoy playing PC games anymore. So I a little bit regret buying that uh, last year. But this time I'm not going to do the same mistake by uh, impatiently just not waiting the console releases and buying it for PC. No, this time I will skip the PC version and just wait for the console ports of Exhumed. Uh, yeah, I've decided that already. Yeah, the Shadow Man case taught me to, yeah, you should really just wait. As hard as it might be, but you better to wait than buying it for my crappy ass PC that performs horribly, even on those old games remasters that are not even demanding graphically. But my PC is not built for gaming, period. Not even playing older games. It just doesn't handle them well, even if it's old game. So yeah, skipping the PC version now this time and just waiting for console ports that hopefully will come eventually. Anyway, this is it. Ah, so yeah, we really waited for quite long for this Shadow Man console ports, but yeah, they are finally out, and yeah, have been a couple of days now, and well, a whole week for PS4 and Xbox One, and a couple of days for Switch now. But yeah, this was really a long wait, but yeah, we finally got them, and they just are excellent console ports. So I'm really happy. Even the Nintendo Switch version is just brilliant. So yeah, but my next game that I will be maybe talking about a little bit more will be Exhumed. I'm not sure, but that's definitely the game I'm now looking forward to and waiting from Night Dive next. But yeah, since the PC version really doesn't have a release date now, that really means the console ports are, still very far away. So maybe in the future when we get a little bit more info on or that are they even coming to consoles, I will maybe talk about the game a little bit more. But anyway, this is it, and yeah, for we are many. Well, I hope there was more of us Shadow Man fans, but let's hope this remaster especially the console releases really widens the audience, and we get more and more fans to our community, since it's still very, very, you know, or I wouldn't say very, very unknown game, but yeah, we need more fans to our community, right? Okay, see you in the next one. Bye.